This week's Thursdoid may have been brief, but that didn't stop the devs from providing us yet again with some nonetheless exciting details about Build 42. They begin by explaining that the team is currently at a messy but exciting turning point in Build 42's development, which will be setting them up for the remainder of the development. So because of this, they have decided to save most of the info on what they have so far for a much bigger Thursdoid in the near future when things are less hectic for them. I, for one, am very much looking forward to this larger blog post, and I know that they mentioned it on the last one, so I'm sure that it will come very soon. Getting to the things they can tell us about for now, they go on to say that the reworks for multiplayer have made it into the main development build, which is mostly them trying to make a lot more of the codebase server authoritative, with a server-side inventory system in particular. This means that the server in a multiplayer game will be what keeps track of things instead of the client, so that players can't hack items and things like that. The second thing they bring up is the big new crafting rework. It doesn't seem like I can understate just how large this overhaul will be. Apparently, it will change the recipes and items of the game on a fundamental level. They say it is at the point where the wider team is now able to build upon it, but it does sound like there is also just as massive of an amount of work that needs to go into it before public testing can happen, such as porting over items and fixing bugs. The new system allows for multi-tile machines and crafting stations, support for networks of items, power, liquids, or gases, and they note that ultimately a building's power, heating, and plumbing will use this system. This sounds so cool to me, and I can't wait for this to be implemented. I think it will definitely be a big improvement on how these things are currently handled. The system allows for items both crafted and looted to have varied statistics and unique properties that alter how they function beyond the simplistic condition of existing versions of the game, and providing much more deep variety to gameplay of crafted and looted items. Also, the recipe system has become much more in-depth and customizable, allowing for much more interesting crafting processes and possibilities. They again state that all this means it will take some work to get it pushed from its branch into the mainline. Once all this is done and they have more of the code team working on building out the vast crafting trees they have designed, there will be a lot of very cool stuff for them to show in upcoming blog posts as far as this crafting overhaul goes, which until now wasn't very easy to blog about because it's mainly been just code work. It seems that this is where they are at with many aspects of Build 42, which looks to be what they mean when they said they are at a turning point that is both exciting and busy. Among all of the things that have been covered so far, it is mentioned that the only other thing left to add into the main vein of Build 42 are some of the tech upgrades that have been planned, such as basements, optimizations to tile rendering, new lighting propagation, and, this? These tech upgrades will reportedly be the last to be added, but they are apparently the easiest since the systems they change do not overlap with anything else being worked on. They finish off by leaving us with a hint for the next Thursdoid, saying that the screenshot at the top of the blog shows some of the things they will be talking about. As you can see, the screenshot provided shows many different kinds of sleeping bags, as well as what looks to be a larger tent. This is fantastic news, as I believe Project Zomboid definitely needed to have sleeping bags in vanilla for sure, and of course a new kind of tent is more than welcome. All of this, plus the multiple mentionings of a future gigantic Thursdoid blog post, has me very excited for these next few ones. It seems like we are finally going to learn a lot more about Build 42.